You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Bold and the Beautiful fans. We have got Bill Spencer absolutely raging at Luna Nozawa because she claims she's pregnant with his grandchild, but is she just asking for Bill to try and kill her, given his character history? It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and we're going to talk about how Luna setting up Will Spencer to get her pregnant without his consent and how that might send Bill down a murderous path he's been on before. In case you don't remember, he tried to kill a woman before that was tricking one of his sons with a pregnancy. So click subscribe. Let's get into it. The question is, how far will Bill go with Lunatic Luna? Will Bill try and get rid of her once and for all to stop her from ruining Will's life? So last week, Luna took a pregnancy test, and the first time it came up negative. And this week at Remy and Deke's apartment, she peed on another stick in their bathroom, but then ran out of time to check the results. Then, as we expected, during Luna and Lee's struggle, the pregnancy test fell from her bag, and boy, is Luna overjoyed. We know for sure now that she is pregnant. This is not a fake pregnancy test, y'all, because she was peeing on it and waiting for a result. Had it been a fake test, she would have known the result. So according to Luna, it is Will's baby. And of course, Katie, Bill, Lee, and Will are all horrified. They can't believe it. They don't want to believe it. But for now, we don't know for certain who's the father of Luna's baby. I mean, obviously, I think it is Bill's grandkid. But we're not going to know until Luna and Will get a paternity test done, if things even get that far, because Bill, I'm sure, doesn't want it to get to that stage, and he may take drastic steps to even prevent that being necessary. You know, we saw Bill drag Luna out of the little apartment, and he dragged her back to the Spencer mansion. Once he got her there, Bill accused Luna of running a scam on all of them, but she was adamant the pregnancy test was real and said she'll take another one and it'll say the same thing. And then Luna also told Bill how glad she was to be home, and that infuriated him. And he's like, this house will never be your home. But of course, he did let her live there. So when Luna's talking about how much she loves Will, you know, surprising no one, Bill said the best way for Luna to show her love is to have an abortion. And Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for Friday confirm that Bill makes Luna take repeat pregnancy test. It looks like even one more is not enough. According to the spoilers, Bill makes Luna take 3 pregnancy tests, and they all come out positive. But just because the tests are positive doesn't mean that baby is Will's. And then Bill is accusing Luna of sleeping around like her mother, Poppy. So clearly, Lee suspects that Luna's just as trashy as her mother, and now Bill seems determined to get rid of Luna's baby. He already ordered her to terminate the pregnancy, and of course Luna's going to say no. But this is a pattern of behavior for Bill that Luna doesn't know anything about, and she should tap the brakes and think about it. In case you've forgotten your B&B history, when Gwen told Bill that she was pregnant, this was when they were revealing the history of Wyatt. We found out back then that Bill gave Gwen money for an abortion, expecting her to terminate. She didn't use it and instead gave birth to Wyatt Spencer and was raising him as a single mom. And then Bill also wanted Katie to abort Will when she was pregnant with him. That was because of her heart condition, and he was worried that the pregnancy might kill Katie. So Bill seems completely fine asking women to terminate pregnancies. And then years ago, he targeted another pregnant woman. Do you remember when Amber Moore turned up pregnant and claimed the baby was Liam Spencer's? Amber was doing a whole gold digging plot, and it worked to some extent because Bill offered Amber $500,000 to get out of LA, but that wasn't enough for her because Amber knew that Bill had a pile of money and she wanted a large chunk of the Spencer fortune and thought having a Spencer baby would do that. But Bill refused to give Amber more money, and he had just bought a cliff house that had an unstable balcony. So Bill moved in, and he moved Amber in there, hoping that she would fall off that unstable balcony and that her and her unborn child would both die, which is kind of terrible. But then Steffi threw a wrench in Bill's deadly balcony scheme when Steffi abruptly came back from Europe hoping to get with Bill. And back then, Steffi saw Bill trying to get Amber out onto the unstable balcony to kill her. But then a tree branch fell, and that tree nearly did Bill's dirty work because it almost killed Amber. But Steffi wound up saving Amber's life. And Katie was horrified, and she wanted Bill to get psychological help. But Steffi said she understood because she wanted Bill for herself. So Will's dad wanting Luna to get an abortion is actually completely in character for Bill. So no, it is not beyond Bill to target a pregnant woman and push her to terminate or literally push her off a balcony to her doom. So if Luna thinks she's in for a happily ever after with Will and thinks she's about to be a Spencer and set for life, she's due for a rude awakening and may get the Amber Moore treatment. I absolutely think Bill would kill Luna, especially because he feels so guilty for getting her that pardon that led her to a second reign of terror where she shot and nearly killed Bill's son, Liam. She shot off another of Sheila's toes, although Bill doesn't care about that. And if you remember, if not for Luna's pardon, she'd still be rotting in prison. Liam wouldn't have been shot, Will wouldn't have been molested, and Luna would not be pregnant with what she claims is a Spencer spawn. So Bill may be desperate to make things right no matter what it takes, and that could mean him getting rid of Luna. I mean, Bill's still got a balcony. He could lure Luna out there. Bill might encourage her to check the view and pull a redo of what he tried with Amber. Or, Bill could lure Luna out to Steffi's Malibu beach house saying she can see her dad Finn and then push her off that cliff. If you don't remember, several people have gone off that Spencer balcony, including Bill himself and also Sheila, but both of them survived. So I think Bill needs to find a higher place to push Luna off if he is going to try and kill her. But then again, also Bill and Sheila, neither one was pregnant. So a good fall could cause a miscarriage, which Bill would probably be happy about because he doesn't want this pregnancy to go forward. For all these reasons, I suspect Bill may be considering some baby mama murder. He does not want Will to have to deal with Luna for the rest of his life. Bill's got plenty of money, so he could even hire somebody to take Luna out so that Bill doesn't have to get his hands dirty. I mean, heck, Li Finnegan's so mad she nearly killed Luna with her bare hands. So Bill and Li may team up and concoct a plan to get rid of Luna, who is completely irredeemable. And I could see Bill and Li getting creative and coming up with plenty of ways to unalive Luna. We'll see what happens, but one thing is for sure, her plan to trap Will is not going to work out the way she thinks.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.